Welcome to Neurometal Guitar. Today we're going to be learning the Druid by Sleep. So I'm going to keep this very ADHD friendly. I'm a music teacher who works with a lot of neurodivergent students at a music school, and I also am neurodivergent myself. So we're going to keep this simple to reduce overwhelm and just help focus, okay? So what we're doing first, we're playing string 6, open E with palm muting. So meaning you're just using this sort of side of your palm, playing near the bridge or the saddles here. We're going to use 2 downstrokes of their pick, down, down, right, on that string with palm muting. And the next chord is an E chord, or an E power chord, I should say. Or an E5. You don't have to worry about what that means. We'll talk about that later. Just focus on playing and having fun first. So string 5, 7th fret, and string 4, 9th fret. Only playing those 2 strings and no palm muting. Just play this chord pretty much wide open. Just make sure you're only playing those 2 strings. Just strings 5 right here and string 4. So that much. So if you're ADHD or neurodivergent, you get overwhelmed or you have trouble really focusing on this stuff for any sort of extended amount of time. Just set a timer for like 2 minutes and just play that much of it. Think of it like building blocks. You don't have to learn the whole riff at once and play through it all at once and it'd be perfect right away. For the majority of us, it's not like that anyway. You have to practice it a little bit, but just take your time with it. You don't have to practice for 5 hours straight. Just start out small, right? So anyway, the next part of this, you move this chord shape down 2 frets to string 5, 5th fret, and string 4, 7th fret. Play it again, just those 2 strings, but now you're on a D because you moved from here down 2 frets. So play that much, same deal. Set a timer, couple minutes, play just this much. All you want to do is keep that same shape with your fingers. When you lift it up, try not to let your fingers go all like wonky here, right? Move this, pick this up and just move it down just enough to where you're not sliding on the string to get string noise. Just barely off the strings, back, down, and to that D. After that, all you have to do is move it, take it off the same way, move it back up 2 frets to that E that you started on. So this much. One more time. All right, and then you play that same thing again, but there's 2 things that are kind of variations compared to the first time you do it, all right? So now you start out with those 2 open string 6 E's, just the same with palm muting. But you play each one of these chords twice now instead of just once. So you've got bum 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 instead of bum 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 bum, right? If that makes sense. So all together you have this much. And the other variation here, this time instead of just picking up on that D, string 5, 5th fret, and string 4, 7th fret, you actually leave it down and you slide up to the E the second time. So that's what you're doing. The next part of this, essentially you just repeat the riff exactly like the first time you played it. The next part of this, we're sliding up to string 4, 14th fret, all right, and string 3, 14th fret. You're barring these 2, you're playing a double stop as it's called. So you're laying your finger flat to where you're holding down string 4, 14th fret, and string 3, 14th fret together, just playing strings 4 and 3 this time. Then you're going to do another double stop with the index finger this time at the 12th fret of strings 4 and 3. So this time you're laying that index finger flat to fret those 2 notes, right? So it's actually a D and a G you're fretting. You don't have to worry a whole lot about what all the notes are and all that stuff is right now. That's really beneficial to know. Right now, just focus on playing the riff. So that's the whole first part, right? So let's finish this up here. Essentially, the next part of this, you play the riff again, just the same way, but the ending changes, all right, this time. So the next time you play the riff, instead of doing these double stops, you're gonna slide into the 5th fret of string 6 and the 7th fret of string 5, all right? And then move up a fret to the 6th and 8th fret on those true strings. Only playing those two. If you want to really get that Matt Pike flavor in there, make it sound authentic, you want to also bend these chords slightly, right? Not a lot where it sounds out of tune. And another thing you can do is when you play this E in the beginning, you can add some vibrato. That sounds a lot closer to what he does. Right? So you really get that, just that vibe, you know what I mean? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all the people that have been liking and commenting on my videos and showing support. It's really awesome to connect with you guys, especially in the neurodivergent community. And yeah, just remember this is a safe space. So in other words, like anybody that's trying to troll or just leave, silly comments that are just not helpful at all, just trying to start fights with me or other people in the community, I'm just going to delete the comment, right? So just remember, this is a safe place. If you disagree with me, that's great. I welcome that if you could do it in a respectful manner. But if you're here to just, start a fight with somebody, I'm just going to delete your comment, right? So anyway, have a good one. You all take care, and thank you so much.